speaking of young scientists, it is my great pleasure to invite one of you, to invite Tauland Muka, just Master of Science in Public Health, to give the student address.
Dear professors, colleagues, friends, and family, the process of writing this speech felt like writing the master thesis. From the original draft, a lot of content and structure changed, as well as rephrasing from my colleagues and friends, Elena and Diana, and led to this final version that I will present to you today. I come from Albania, a country situated in the southeast of Europe, emerging its existence from the prehistoric ages and making the road through wars till independence, stubbornly reserving its unique language, customs, and traditions till nowadays. I presume that my life story is similar to majority of life stories of people coming from Western Balkan. I was born in Skrapar, a small district situated in the south of the country, very well known of its traditional alcoholic beverage, raki. Hope you have heard about it. And the amazing rocky landscape where I created a very, very special bonding with the nature during my childhood. Nevertheless, my parents decided to move to the capital to make sure me and my sister had better education and cultural opportunities. Indeed, that is what usually happens. Growing up increases your appetite, and you become eager for more opportunities. Well, life in Tirana is very dynamic and energetic. It is a metropolitan city which never sleeps, full of opportunities. And I immediately loved it. But here I am, at my early 20s, in front of a life decision, pressured from my parents, challenged in my abilities. Yeah, I chose to study medicine. I confess you, it was really worth it. My first contact with Dutch culture and professional setting, which I need to tell, came as a shock. I was not expecting such highly structured and functional system. And one thing that impressed me the most was the high level of offered education, great working conditions, and great logistic support. Above all, we had excellent, interactive, and highly motivated professors who lead us to critical thinking, which is the basis of producing new science. There are no stupid questions. Stupid is not to us. I guess you all know who I am quoting. Yes, Professor Hoffman. The art and science of asking questions is the source of all knowledge. So we started our experience at NIHES. We began with the summer school. I'm telling the truth. The beginning was the worst ever. Totally confused, insecure, facing new concepts, challenging our pre-existing knowledge. Really felt that we never gonna make it. But with the passing of time, we got a statistically significant approval of Socrates. That the more you know, the more you realize how little you know. Most stressful moments for all of us were the mandatory exams. To be precise, there were too many of them. They happen too often, and they had a tendency to be hard. Don't you agree with me? With the electives, we felt more at ease. The level of the gain knowledge was on a high level. Tailored approach and opportunity to choose the courses gave us the possibility to follow the topics that we were really interested in, increased our motivation and interest to get more involved. When I began my research and started spending more time in the office, it was strange for me not to hear a single word in office and in corridors. Everywhere silence. I encountered a totally new work culture. Everything needs to be planned, organized, task-oriented, and socializing at work is highly discouraged. And this is why everything works in this country. The system perfectly goes on. In my country and the most of the Balkans, well, we are more relaxed. Flexible, efficiency is less important. Socializing at work is like a coffee shop for us. We tend to rely on intuition or momentary situations. You have to be, because otherwise you cannot survive. The concept is quite clear. It is hard to be organized in an unorganized country and to plan far ahead when you don't even know what tomorrow brings. We have learned how to overcome cultural differences. We learned to plan our meetings, and we even learned to say, "Alsjeblieft." One of the most valuable lessons was the variability of the thinking, directions, and consequences. The prospective way of thinking has the high strength, but sometimes it's hard to perform it and could be expensive. Retrospective way of thinking is easily affordable, highly informational, but as always in life, you have to make a cost-benefit analysis and then to see which one is the best for you. So I believe that the best way to start with it is to think about the present moment, the moment in which we are right now. So, cross-sectional. What we learned is that epidemiology is not just a branch on medical science, but to all of us, it became a life philosophy. You see, we now even make everyday jokes out of it. ERAWay project put all together the broken remains of Western Balkans, these little isolated pieces of the Western Balkan puzzle. And yes, Professor Hoffman, you and your team did it. What remained a puzzle in the red hotspot for the whole world, it was not for you. Thanks to ERAWay, we got the experience of NIHES education, which for most of us enlightened our missions and visions. Wherever we are, back home or around the world, we now have a powerful tool to change the present, and that is the knowledge we gain. All together, we can give our contribution in making our countries leading knowledge societies. It is true, our governments do not prioritize in investing in research, but now we can join forces and work together to convince policymakers to understand the benefit that arises by investing in medical research. By creating a strong medical research base, we plant the seeds of progress for our countries. We provide to society the necessary scientific tools to meet the economic, social, and environmental expectations of the citizens, what they really deserve. The outcome of the research produces not only new knowledge, science, and innovation, but can rapidly be translated in better ways of preventing disease and improving healthcare. Professor Hoffman, thank you for being my mentor. I'm sorry I was a bit quiet during our meetings, but I wanted to gain as much as I could from your experience. Every time I went out, I got inspired by you. And I really hope you accept our invitation to come next year in the Congress in Albania. Professor Turek and Niels, even though you are not here, hope to hear this. Thank you a lot for introducing me to the beautiful and amazing world of entrepreneurship. Sorry for the non-significant values. I had a bad luck. But I am happy I worked with you. I learned a lot. Professor Oscar and Jessica, thank you for giving me the possibility to continue a second research project. You made July and August very significant months. Dear Astrid, on behalf of the ERAWay students, thank you. Orta, Claudia, Anna, both of you, Strahinja, Elena, Oksana, Maria, I'm happy I got to know you guys. Thank you for your friendship and making this year a special one. Netherlands Institute of Health Science, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for giving me the possibility to experience research. Today, I know why medicine was the best choice I did, because today I know that my future is research. A Chinese philosopher has said, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. By studying at Netherlands Institute for Health Science, we just took an important step to succeed in life, and we are all ready to take the next one. Are you all ready for that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is really my great pleasure. I thank you so much. Every country needs young scientists, good, excellent young scientists. Albania and Europe and the world is very well off with you. Thank you very much, and I feel very proud and honored that I can call you my tutor. Yes. That's the next round.